want the snack? Yummy. More snack? Ooh, careful. More snack? Very good.
Hey everybody. Here we are today at the Catskill Animal Sanctuary, and I am Andrea back again, and here we have Lauren back again with us today.
Hello.
And we are here with Imogen and Malika and some passers-by. Are two of our new goats, so we'll meet another time.
Well, not new goats.
No, not new. New to this half of the sanctuary.
Yes, they used to live on our other property, so they are new to the old Stage Road property, and if you come on a tour, you might have met them already, but yeah, we'll feature our big guys over there at some point soon on another virtual sanctuary, because they're very handsome.
Mm-hmm. Hi. We hope everybody's doing well, no matter where you're joining us.
Where are you going?
And, we hope we have some new fans today. If you're new to us here at the Catskill Animal Sanctuary, thank you for joining. Thanks to our returning friends. And we're going to visit with some of our turkey girls today. We've had quite the sad news that I'm sure most of you have seen by now on Facebook. We are currently all mourning the loss of our sweet turkey Michael. So this is a bit of a somber virtual sanctuary for all of us today. And so in honor of Michael, we are here with Imogen and Malika, as Michael was also one of our sweet turkey girls.
So, yeah, they were not rescued from the same place, but they did come to us at a very similar time. Both Malika and Imogen, and Michael came here in like the fall of 2015. So like 6 years ago. Imogen and Malika, their story briefly, their story is very brief because, Andrea, I don't know where they came from. Do you know where they came from, Imogen and Malika?
Magical driveway turkey fairy.
Nobody knows, except for someone who's not sharing the details. Our friends here, these two and some other turkeys as well, showed up in a box at our driveway one day. So, that was strange. No note, no phone call, no nothing. Just a box with 4 little turkeys in it. So, that's how they came to be here. Michael's story is similarly a little bit of a mystery. Little Michael was found on the side of the road, near a turkey farm. So, presumably she did escape from there, when she was only a couple days old. So like this little tiny little, I don't even know what to call her, this little tiny noodle. Hi again, you coming back? Oh, see, there's Cupid in the background now. I think we've got him in. Hi, Cupid. And then Sam is going to be over there. And yeah, one of our former staff members, actually, whose name is Michael, Human Michael. Human Michael was out walking his dog, whose name is Anderson, and going along, and all of a sudden, there was a little couple-day-old turkey on the side of the road. And so Human Michael, knows of a good place where this little one, good fluff, could go and live. So scooped up little turkey and took that little one over here, and then Michael spent the rest of her life here with us, which was it was 6 years and a couple days, I guess. Which is a pretty good run for this sort of turkey. Hi. Are you cleaning me off?
And it was a tremendous life.
Oh my gosh.
Many of you have probably met Michael. Michael, I think, is arguably a turkey who has changed so many people's minds about turkeys. And I'm wondering if any of our viewers have been here and met Michael. If you have any sort of stories or anything to share with us, please feel free to put them in the comments, because it's not just us mourning the loss of sweet Michael, it's all of you too. Most of you, if you have been here, you've probably met Michael, maybe hugged Michael, maybe gotten some sort of food stolen from Michael. So
or something that's not food. Michael will take.
So we would love to hear some of your stories, because she was just larger than life, and quite a personality, and we are really missing her here, and feeling her loss. So if you have any Michael stories, we would love for you to share those with us. Lauren, do you have some favorite Michael stories? I'm sure you do. You've been with Michael almost her whole time here.
Yeah, because I mean, I've worked here for like 4.5 years now. So yes, I mean, I remember when I first started here, Michael was living in the turkey duplex with another turkey named Daisy. Daisy was an older lady who passed away a few years ago. And then it's tough when a pair like that, when one of them passes away, because then we have to try to figure out, like, okay, who's going to be, someone else who this animal, who Michael now, could live with. And Malika is very interested in cleaning off my pants and my shoes right now, because I sat down on all the shavings and things that are on the ground, and I apparently got quite dirty. So she's like, oh my gosh, you're a disaster. I'm sorry. Thank you for helping my appearance look better.
Andrew
though.
says, gonna miss Michael. She was sassy, loved to grab sandwiches out of unsuspecting hands and risked getting splashed with marinara sauce in order to get a snack.
I was gonna bring that up. That just happened That just happened like what, a month and a half ago?
Oh.
Right? Not even?
And Pam says, I have a great video of Michael and I taking a morning stroll together.
Oh my gosh, Pam, if you could share that with us, we would super appreciate it.
We would all really love to see that, Pam.
But yeah, so then, we had to figure out where Michael was gonna live. Because they had been living with actually the turkeys who are still over there. So if you know Declan, for example, he was living over there with them, and Declan's kind of a lot. So we had tried to move Michael in, actually with Imogen and Malika, and Howard and Ellery, who are two other turkeys who have since passed away by now as well. And it didn't go that great. And so eventually we just decided that Michael was gonna be an underfoot, who are the free roaming animals who just wander around the sanctuary, like Sam and Cupid, the goats who were walking around behind us just a little bit ago, or any of the other goats, or the sheep, or Russell the pig. And yeah, that worked really well for Michael. And of course, at night Michael would go into a stall in the barn, so she'd be protected and safe at night, of course. But during the day, the world was Michael's, right? And, when she was younger, she would go exploring a lot more. From my window in our office, it looks out over the pond that's here, and sometimes I'd see her on the opposite side of the pond over there, just kind of wandering around and poking around and looking for things to eat. Well, as she got older, she stopped wandering so far, and would stick closer to the barn area, and definitely spend a lot of time inside the barn itself, especially when it's hot, because the turkeys, they really don't like when it's hot out. So Michael would park herself right in front of this big circular fan. It's like this tall. It's super loud, and Michael would get up this close to it and just be like.
There's a lot of pictures of her spreading out those big beautiful wings.
Yeah.
And just
when you gotta get some airflow to the pits a little bit there, and just kind of and just take a nap. I'm just very, very, very precious. And yes. What are all the things that Michael has tried to eat?
Oh
my goodness.
So I've only been here 2 months now, and I have to tell you, the only time that Michael got mad at me was when she found a bit of bright yellow plastic in the parking lot, and I took it out of her mouth because, you know, turkeys shouldn't eat plastic parts. And she was so mad at me, and it was the only time she's ever been mad, and she was doing her little pips at me, and she got red, and I was like, Michael, you cannot eat plastic parts, they're not good for turkeys. And she was so mad at me, and it was the only time she was ever mad. She wasn't a fan of being told what she could and could not eat, but she also really liked strollers on the weekends, because sometimes strollers have snacks in the bottom, and if there was ever a snack in the bottom of a stroller, Michael would be the first resident to find that snack and try to steal it out of the stroller.
As was mentioned recently, we had our event for Goat Games, and we had Friends of the Sanctuary, the Green Palette, who they are a vegan food truck around here in the Hudson Valley. They're fantastic. Hello, Palette family, if you happen to be watching. We love when they come by because they've got great food. And they had a whole vegan meatball sub that was one of the things they were selling. And this family, you know, mom, dad, and a couple of kiddos, they had gotten some food from the food truck who was here for the event. And I guess one of the kids didn't finish their sub. So, you know, they wrapped it back up and put it under the stroller, like on the little, you know, place to put stuff under the stroller. And I don't know what it was about it that cued Michael in to be like, this is the stuff, this is the good stuff. But she goes, and I didn't see this happening. I don't know, Andrea, did you see this happen? I didn't see it happen.
I saw the after effect.
I saw the aftermath. Yes, but I didn't actually see it happen. But, you know, Michael just toodles on up and grabs the whole sub and yanks it out and just is covered, like, all covered in sauce. And then
she was stained for a couple days.
Yeah. Like, you know when you got, like, Tupperware that had sauce in it, it's kind of orange for a bit. Michael's bag was orange for a little bit.
That was a good day for Michael, because we also had live music playing here. And turkeys really tend to love music. And so Michael was actually the first one. I took a picture of Michael going up to the guitarist and singer, and she sat right there and just listened to the concert. And she was the first one, human or otherwise, to listen to the concert, and it was so beautiful. And Veronica shared that once Michael stole her keys, and she had to chase her so she wouldn't eat her keys. That sounds about right. And Wendy, who, thank you for joining us today. Wendy is one of our amazing guides who dedicates some of her time on the weekends as a humane educator with us, and gives great tours. So some of you may have met Wendy if you've been here recently this season. And she says that Michael would hang out with the guests as she did her intro, which was also so true of her. She used to be one of the first residents that all humans encountered typically. She would join tours, and we're really missing her on the weekends especially. But every day, of course. But yeah,
and weekends would be extra fun, because that's when a lot of unsuspecting humans have their cars here. And, you know, it's not like she would try to climb, like, actually up and into a car, because she doesn't have a lot of vertical height that she could do. But cars, you know, if you've got that little, like, side pocket in your door, or, you know, maybe you've got some stuff on your floor, who knows what that could be. Is it food for a turkey? Probably not, but Michael would find out.
She was so,
terrible.
Just fearless, too.
Oh, yeah.
She often would greet everyone in the parking lot. She had no fear of moving vehicles, so I often had the privilege on weekends of trying to escort her and her beautiful self through the parking lot just to make sure that, she was safely crossing. So I felt a little bit like I had the honor of being her turkey crossing guard. But she just marched through the parking lot like she owned the place, and she did. So she was just so full of life. And in the beautiful tribute video that Heather, one of our friends in the office, put together, if you've seen that today on social media, it is just a gorgeous tribute to our sweet Michael. My favorite thing about Michael, and I saw it on the very first day that I was ever here, was her run for food. She was like a little winged dinosaur. And
Andrew, would you like to demonstrate? Do you want to demonstrate?
That was pretty good.
The people can't see you. You're on the wrong side of the camera.
You did a great job. But she was like a little winged dinosaur, and would just run as fast as her little legs could carry her for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. And it was the most adorable thing on the planet. And so she brought us a lot of joy doing that. She was also the first turkey I've been a vegan a pretty long time, and she was also the very first turkey that on my first day here that I ever actually hugged. And I think that that's true for a lot of Michael fans out there. I think Michael was one of the first turkeys that a lot of people hugged. And we may never know how many hugs she got and gave to people, but I think she really left her mark on the world in that way, because they are so affectionate. We've been leaving them off of our plates for a very long time, Lauren and myself and the rest of the staff here, and certainly a lot of our visitors. But I did not know until I worked here that they are so can be just so affectionate with people.
Trying to see if Imogen wants a hug. Maybe
I know.
Spin around this way.
And of course, just like humans, right? Sometimes they're in the mood for hugs, sometimes they're not. When Michael was hot, especially in the summer, sometimes she wasn't super into it. But our lovely animal care team would always put her in her swimming pool and give her a little cool down instead. So
no hugs today, I guess, but of course that is up to Imogen. Malika is
also
not a hugger.
Incredibly weird weather-wise here today, friends, so I apologize, but it's like been all the things. It's been sunny, it's been rainy, it's been super windy, it's been rainbowy, minus snow. I think we've had just about everything today. So, I think the girls here, Imogen and Malika, also maybe
I have no control over this, sweetheart.
Curious about the weather, too.
I have no control over the weather.
Oh, one of our friends says she used to steal the little paper cups from the food demos in Peabody.
Oh, yeah, because sometimes, in the past, and hopefully at some point in the future again, we'll have food demonstrations and food samples for folks when you take a tour on the weekend, that then you can enjoy some lovely food. And yeah, Michael would sneak into the place where we would get the samples prepped and everything, and try to steal stuff in there for sure. Ooh, the rain's picking up a little bit.
Hold on, friends.
We just gotta make sure the camera equipment stays nice and dry. For me, I'm okay.
Are you okay? Because I have a spare raincoat.
I'm good, thank you.
I brought a raincoat for the podcaster and a spare for the humans.
Yep. No,
and then Veronica shared that she also stole a slice of vegan pizza at a staff party.
Yep.
She was a crafty one.
Yeah.
Little thief.
A little weirdo. Oh my goodness.
Oh, and Veronica also said Mikey was the first turkey that she ever hugged. And I think that's true for probably thousands of people, which was so beautiful to always see her hugging humans. And these girls too, they do give quite a few hugs, so you may have also had the privilege of hugging one of them as well.
Imogen especially. Even though Imogen, I don't know if you've observed this lately, Andrea. Imogen, I feel like, has spent a lot of time standing over here, looking for food.
Yeah.
I did, before we got started, there were their lunch bowls still in here, so I did pick them up and put them outside the fence here.
They were
and
so
I think
disappointed.
Imogen is like staring longingly at the food bowl. Like, if I stare at this for long enough, maybe it will fill up with more food.
Yeah,
Imogen,
they were a little
clovers or
disappointed
something?
we didn't bring snacks. Imogen too. Malika's been a little bit grumpy the past couple weekends because of her new feather growth. So she's been a little more like, just admire me from a distance, please. Although today she seems quite a bit more outgoing again. But Imogen, just this past weekend, walked in a big circle and greeted every single person that I brought in here, all 15 people, right in a circle, and was like, would you like a turn to admire me? Would you like a turn? And then the next tour group walked by, and she made the funniest sound at them. Like, next? I swear. She was like, and the next group, please. They really just are so affectionate and lovely little souls. And we just love them all to bits. Michael and these girls and our other turkeys too. And so, in honor of Michael too, we did just want to talk about turkeys in general. These turkeys, they have a good life, if I do say so. They have plenty of space and sunshine and dirt.
Sometimes
dirt.
sunshine.
Sometimes
clouds and
but
rain.
at least fresh air.
Yeah.
You know, and so many millions of these poor little baby birds are being hatched right now for one meal, and that meal is Thanksgiving. They're being born right now, and then they will ultimately be killed in November. So in honor of Michael, we thought it was, and of all of those turkeys who will lose their lives, Michael was one of the lucky ones. We're very sad to lose her, but she was incredibly fortunate to not ever be a part, or live most of her life outside of that industry. So we were just hoping too that if our friends in the comments here could tell us what are some of your favorite ways to celebrate a cruelty-free Thanksgiving or holiday feast. We have over the years in my family really veganized everything, you know, and so we typically buy a product, but there's plenty to make as well. Lots of great recipes to leave these sweet babies out of that terrible industry and leave them off of our plates. So hopefully our friends here in the comments can tell us a few of the ways that you have a cruelty-free celebration. It can be a hard time of year because it's so rooted in tradition, and it's very difficult for people to know what to do for the holidays. So so my friends just put in the chat here, we do have some cooking classes to help you. And Veronica says the butternut harvest roll from our cookbook is her favorite Thanksgiving main dish. I admit I haven't had the pleasure of cooking that yet, so we might have to try that this year. I'm super lazy, so I opt for typically the Gardein holiday roast that's on the market, because you literally open the box, put it in a pan, and roast it for 2 hours, and it's done.
I gotta tell you though, you gotta up that a little bit, because the one I tell people about is field roast.
Ooh, the hazelnut one?
Is it
No.
hazelnut?
Is it?
They,
Celebration roast or something.
Well,
right?
whatever it is, they have one that. Hi, Imogen. You've joined us again. Thank you for coming back and joining us. She went on a little walk around her yard here. I don't know what she's doing. But they have like a roast, but then they have another roast that has a puff pastry thing all around it.
Also super good.
Like, can we just wrap all food in puff pastry?
Yes. And also completely cruelty-free, delicious, and way easy. Because then you can spend more time with your family.
Yeah.
So, we really just want to encourage that, to save more and more of these babies from the fate that they would have had outside of a sanctuary life, and especially in honor of our dear sweet Michael, and of course Imogen, Malika, and our other turkeys here. So please join our website. My beautiful friends in the office put the link in the comments there for you. You can check out our lovely Chef Linda's Compassionate Cuisine courses, but we also have a great cookbook to help you, and several free recipes as well on the website to help you get started. So if you need help learning how to start to transition to a cruelty-free holiday celebration, we are here to help you. Chef Linda also has two other classes coming up in October. She's got Ethiopian night and also a pumpkin gnocchi class. So that sounds very fall family dinner-y as well. Very, very tasty and delicious.
And the sauce class is next week, which is still September, because it's not October yet. That is on the 30th, which is next Thursday. So I think I might try to catch the sauce class a bit, because
it was a lot of sauces.
Yeah, and that's really neat, because then you can take that and you can,
There's a mushroom gravy, right, too, that she's making.
I think that one's in there. Speaking of holiday stuff.
Yeah, and like gravy, they're really good.
Yeah,
vegan gravies too.
And then you can mix and match those and all kinds of different stuff. So I think the sauce class is really cool, because then you get like a tool that you can use on all sorts of other meals.
Yeah,
probably none for you.
It should be a good class, and we are here to help you to leave these sweet, beautiful babies to lead happy and long lives. These girls, we hope every turkey in the world someday can live to be 6, or as long as we can possibly keep them happy and healthy. So please give them all a little chance, and let us know if we can help you to start to transition this year.
And I'm sure we will have some Thanksgiving themed cooking classes up for November. Those are just not there yet.
Oh yeah, we haven't announced them yet.
Yes.
So that's
those will exist, I'm sure. Maybe you should sign up for our newsletter, and then you'll get updated on those.
I should
Plus,
too.
Andrea, are you not on the newsletter?
I don't think I'm on the newsletter. In fairness, I just hit my 60-day mark, so forgive me, friends. I'm still not on all the things, so I will go sign up for the newsletter.
Can you
if all
believe
of our
this
friends
person?
Watching here right now.
Am I right? I know, right? I know.
And Sherry says they
Ridiculous.
also buy a vegan roast. They make stuffing as well. That's wonderful. Lots of Chef Linda's recipes. That's lovely. And then, you can see some of our little goat friends in the background here.
Wandering goats in the background.
Also, goat cheese. Super easy to avoid that. And that's the best way to help those babies. So if you're making like a cheese platter, it's one of my favorite things to do for Thanksgiving. At my house, we make a big old vegan cheese plate. And there's a ton of them right now that are just so delicious. So super easy to help our goat friends too, who are apparently wandering back over after our last rainstorm.
And people would have just missed the cheese class. We just did one of those last week. But any of the cooking classes, you can also buy the recording. So you can grab that too.
So let us know how we can help you. If this is your first Thanksgiving even thinking about it, we're here to help you. Chef Linda's a great place to start. Thank you all for your votes to Murphy Realty. I see my friends in the office put the link there. You can vote on their website every single day. So thank you. It's through October, I forget what, but we're still not in October yet, though closer than I realized, honestly.
I know, right?
It's coming very quickly. So thank you for voting. We could really use that donation.
$25,000.
That's a lot of money.
Like the first prize gets.
Yeah,
so.
we could really use it, so we can just keep saving more and more of these babies over time. And we really appreciate you considering a cruelty-free holiday coming up, a cruelty-free holiday season. So we'll miss you, Michael, so very much. I knew I was going to cry because we've all had a hard time losing Michael. But in her honor, we ask that you continue to support these sweet babies. And thank you so much for supporting the work we do here. For all of them, Michael and everybody. So, and here the goats come to make us smile on our tough days.
I was going to say, Andrea, do you want to give a turkey a hug?
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
For
We
sure.
hug, and we give cuddles, and we give butt scratches. Who doesn't love a butt scratch? Do you like the butt scratch? It's a good girl.
Thank you all so much for sharing with us today and your support of our work with all the other ones. So we wish you all well, friends,
There's my
and
hand. Oh, there you go.
we hope to see you all soon. Maybe in October when our leaves are changing.
Mm-hmm.
Or
It's
maybe
starting
soon.
to a bit. It's gorgeous up here in the fall, so get
Oh,
your tickets
Alice.
online. Get tickets ahead of time.
Yeah, please reserve online ahead. We don't want to disappoint you if you drive all the way here, and we have fully booked tours. So,
Yeah.
and I am gonna go hug Alice right now, who will
You're gonna
not
go
like
hug
it.
Alice. That's your choice. I'm sad. Let me go hug Alice. I don't know if that's
or maybe
the best
Jackie,
choice.
or definitely all of these lovely goats and our turkeys before we leave. So thank you all so much again for being here and joining us, and all the love you gave Michael, and all the love you continue to give all of these sweet, sweet babies. So thank you all again. Be safe. Love to you all.
Ba-doo. Ba-doo. See you next week.
Please join us again. Thanks, everybody.
Say bye.